Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see.
Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Flames toy Optimus Prime model kit, and I love this toy. This specific one is the G1 version. This was released back in 2020 and it retails for approximately $40 depending on where you get it, $35, $40, $45. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, paid $45 for it. Actually, my wife got this for me. It was an anniversary present. And if you're not familiar with these, this is very similar to the Bandai Gundam model kits. I have a little bit of experience building those kits, so this was right up my alley. When I saw this, I really liked the way it looked and really wanted to get into it, and I had a lot of fun building this kit. So yes, this is a model kit of a figure. You have to build it yourself, and what you're going to end up with is a super articulated, highly detailed figure. It does not transform. This is just an action figure. So looking at the box real quick, we've got some really cool artwork of Optimus Prime right here. This is the style of this stylized G1 looking Optimus Prime is what you're going to get inside. We've got the logo Transformers here on the side. Optimus Prime model kit. It's going to be pretty much the same around all four sides. And then around the back, we've got some product shots showing us Optimus Prime in his different poses. It's showing us what we're going to get, which is going to be all of the parts trees right here. These are all the parts, or the part trees rather, that you're going to get inside of the box. So that's about it for the packaging. Now inside of the packaging, you're going to get the instruction sheet, which is going to take you step by step on how to build Prime. And again, you've got all of your parts list right here. You're also going to get a small sticker sheet right here. Really only 6 labels, and I only used 5 of them. And you'll see why in a moment. Now, if you're not familiar with this style of model kit, this is a snap together kit. There is no glue required, and you can put as much or as little detail as you wish into this. So me personally, I'm kind of a medium level builder, meaning that I do clean my parts trees, I do panel lining, I do clear coating, and I do some minor detail work. I did a little bit of chrome work on mine, and that's about it. You don't have to do any of that. You can just cut the pieces off, sand them, and put them together if you'd like. Or you can take the whole thing and just paint every part individually, airbrush. There's some folks that go into some very intricate detail work with this kind of thing and make some beautiful, beautiful pieces of art. For me, the fun is in the build. I do like to do the panel lining and the clear coating, and just to kind of give it a little less of a toy feel, gives it a little more of a realistic feel. I do like to do a little bit of detailing on mine. And when you're done building it, this is what you're going to end up with right here. And check this guy out, and how beautiful is this guy. Optimus Prime here stands at approximately 6.5 inches tall, and I got some really cool comparisons for you in just a moment. So what all you get in the kit? You get all the parts to build the figure. You get the parts to build the rifle. You get the parts to build the Energon axe, and you get 5 pairs of hands, which is really cool. So you get a pair of trigger or gun holding fists. So I've got one already on his right hand, and then there's the left hand. You've got a pair of closed fists, so you can see his left hand has already got the closed fist, and you got the right closed fist right there. You got this pair of hands, which is kind of like these grabbing hands, which though something really, really cool. We'll be showing that in just a moment. You got these open hands, and these are for kind of your action poses kind of thing. You can see in the packaging some of these poses here in the packaging. You can see right there where you got the open hand here and the open hand there. So it's extremely posable. So you can use the different hands for different things there. And then, of course, you got the pointing hands. These are what I like to call the, hey, this guy in my right hands.
Hey, this guy. Am I right?
So now with all that, let's set all of these parts off to the side. And in fact, let's take a closer look at Prime here. Just to show off real quick, you can switch out the hands real easy. All you got to do is just pop the hand off. And then take the next hand or part and pop it right back on. So in this case, we want to pop on the Energon X. And there you go. That's how you would attach hand, or you can attach any other hand you'd like. Let's say we want to do this open hand one like that. So you could do some kind of a, I don't know. Well, you get the idea. There you go. So it looks a lot better in the packaging. The guys that put it together for the packaging do it a lot better than I do. At least with this short time that I'm using here. Taking a quick look at the rifle just so you can kind of see it up close and see what this looks like, because I am going to be taking it off to show posability here in just a moment. But yeah, really, really nice rifle. Oh, I also painted the rifle here too as well. So I did sand this down and primer it and paint it just to give it a little bit more realistic look. It was like a dark gray, and I decided to go with the black. So there you go, and that just slips right in there. It's a little tight. All of my parts are tight because of the clear coat that I give them, but you can see it just slides right in there. And if you get the left hand, that's also the trigger hand, you can put it in this one as well, just like that. And it's got the finger sticking out, so you can get it over there and around the trigger, that kind of thing, which is really, really cool. But let's set all of that aside for just a moment and just take a quick look at Prime right here. Let's get in close, take a look at the sculpting and the detail for this guy, because it is absolutely amazing. What a beautiful, beautiful piece of work here this model kit is. And I got my neck all twisted around. I got to fix that. So the neck is double jointed, and it's giving me trouble posing it. There you go. Take a look at that head sculpt. That is absolutely stunning, that head sculpt right there. And just kind of going all the way up. And you can see all the level of detail that went into this guy is absolutely fantastic. Going all the way around, so you can see him all the way around the back. All the little details there. And this guy touts over 40 points of articulation. So again, this guy is super, super posable. The head has 2 ball joints, one at the upper and one at the lower there. The shoulders, you can move these forward and backward right here at this joint. And then most of the joints are going to be ball joints. So you can go forward and backward all the way around. You can also go in and out right there. You got a rotation at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, and ball joints at the wrist. The chest has a ball joint. The waist has a ball joint. The legs right here, you can move these skirts. These are also on ball joints, so you can move these. And let me see if I can get this out of the way. So the legs, the way they're attached, they're on that hinge there, so you can actually bring the legs down and forward like that for any poses that you may need. To make him stand like that, it kind of looks weird because it makes his leg come all the way out like this, which I find kind of weird. I usually have them in and back like that. But, you know, for certain poses, you might need that. So there's that. And I'm going to push that back again. And then you've got the leg itself can go forward and backwards, in and out, rotate right there at the hip, double bend at the knee, and a ball joint down here at the foot. You also got another ball joint right here, halfway down the foot. So again, lots of points of articulation on this guy. This guy is insane on how beautiful and posable he is. Now, let's do a couple of quick comparisons. Let me just kind of get him standing sort of straight there. So for all of you guys that follow Gundams, I'm not quite sure where to scale this guy. Right out of the box, he kind of felt like a high grade, but he's bigger than a high grade. So I got my Lightning Zeta right here. This guy is from Build Fighters, and this is an HG grade or a high grade. So you can see what the scale is like here. So you can see that Prime here is considerably taller than a high grade figure. And the real grade figures are going to be just about the same size as high grades, or in some cases even so shorter. I thought about getting maybe my real grade Zeta, and he's actually shorter than this guy, so I opted to go with Lightning instead. Now here he is next to a master grade. This is my RX-72. I think this is B. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But again, you can see he stands somewhere in between your high grade and your master grade. So you can see these guys right here for comparison. Now for you Transformers collectors, this is approximately going to be about Voyager class. And you can see him here next to Earthrise Optimus Prime. He's just a little bit shorter than Prime than Earthrise Prime. I also have the Classic Prime. I was thinking about bringing him out. I decided not to dig that one out. He's about the same height as the Classics Prime. But that's such an old outdated figure at this point. It didn't really matter. So here's your current Earthrise Voyager Prime. So you can see how these guys look side by side. Now, couple of other cool features we can do here. I absolutely love this. So we're going to take these hands off. And let me grab these. These grabbing hands are really, really cool. I love this next part. This is so neat. Oh, you know, I didn't show. So the wrists are on ball joints, but also the piece that they're mounted on are also on ball joints. So you can say that the wrists are double ball jointed. So it's something I didn't show. Now, check this out. This is so cool. So the chest is obviously going to open. I'm going to take this out. And then this little piece here is going to rotate and flip up to reveal the matrix right inside. And this is just molded in, and you can just give it a little bit of detail. I just gave it some chrome highlights. That was about it. So no removable matrix for this one, but you can actually take Prime and pose him in such a way where he is actually opening his chest up like this. Check this out. This looks so cool when you do this. There are so many options for posing this guy. And that's one thing that I love about Gundams is that anytime you move them, you can give them a different pose. And so your display is always changing. Check that out. How cool does that? Oh, another point that I didn't mention. These smokestacks are on ball joints. You can move these around. So if you wanted to move these up like this so that they were kind of showing behind his head, you can do that too. There you go. So look at that. That is just absolutely awesome. Love this guy to bits. And yeah, I love building Gundams and just these type of model kits in general. To find one for Transformers was just a real treat. They had a Megatron and they had a Starscream. I don't know. Didn't really care too much for those. They looked good. Don't get me wrong. They were good looking figures, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. I like Optimus Prime, and I like all things Optimus Prime. So this was a real treat for me to build one of these. But hey, you know, that Starscream is out there is an option. It's again, they're G1 style, just like this guy is, just very stylized. So, you know, you got the G1 Megatron, the G1 style Megatron, the G1 style Starscream, and they're good looking figures too. Just not necessarily my personal cup of tea. I just really wanted this Optimus Prime one. And I'm really glad I got it. I had a lot of fun building it. I think he looks fantastic. And I think he's going to make a wonderful addition to my Optimus Prime shelf. And I think that about covers the Flame Toys Optimus Prime model kit. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there. If you want to hit on that, I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see. And I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.